So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of Spot Show Livestream. Yes, this is where we talk about the sport of professional wrestling, particularly the current stuff going on these days. Like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. As you can tell, I am live and on location in awesome Albany, Georgia. Actually, I will say, let me go ahead and say, if you are having to stay in Albany, Georgia, the Hampton Inn off of Dawson, I believe it's the street's called. I can't read that far, but yeah, off Dawson. Yeah, you'll know where it is. There's a Steak and Shake, Waffle House, and it's right behind those places. But stay at this place. Pretty cool people, nice people here. There was a situation where I couldn't get my key to work, and they gave me multiple keys to try to get in, and none of them would work. Not a single one of them would work. And not once did they get frustrated or anything like that. They, went out of their way to help me out. Even get to the point where they just let me in, and came in, unloaded my stuff, and the next thing I know, I had a knock on my door, and the desk clerk, gave me another key to use. It's like, okay, this just worked, so let's try it again just to make sure. And it did. So that's just one of the many ways they've kind of treated me pretty good down here. So yeah, if you are having to stay in Albany, Georgia, there's my little review recommendation. My Yelp review of the Hampton Inn, or Google review, wherever you go for your hotel and restaurant reviews or any other kind of service. There's my Hampton Inn in Albany, Georgia review. But anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of using my NPR voice, kind of trying to keep it down a little bit so the neighbors won't hear me, in case I do say wordy words and other things. But yes, I am not only on YouTube Live, I am on Facebook Live. So for everybody checking out, hello. Let's go ahead and do the usual sales pitch here. Hey, help your boy out. Drop a like button, hit the like button, drop a comment, anything you want to say, anything from AEW, WWE sucks, or AEW, WWE great, TNA's great, they suck. wherever you want to say, go ahead and say it. It's all cool. Or just be friendly, say hello. That's always very cool too. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, or follow me on Facebook, you know what to do. Go on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Get on Facebook, look for Ronald Ray, and there I am. You'll see my picture. Let me go ahead and also apologize. I did forget the hat again. So hopefully the shine from my melon chrome dome will not blind anybody, but if it does, sorry. But anyway, yeah, click on that subscribe button, notification bell, or just click the follow, befriend me, or however you want to do it on Facebook. But yeah, I forgot my hat again. It was just a spur of the moment deal. I didn't even think that was going to be working here this week because according to the weather app I have, it was raining the whole time. Or there was like high chances of rain, but text the grading superintendent and he was like, no, I got a crew heading down there right now. It's like, oh, okay. So I head down here and man, a couple of wet spots, but we dug those out and scraped what we had to scrape and went on with it. Pretty much done with it now. So I think this will be my last time in Albany, or at least for this job. Probably tomorrow will be my last day in Albany. Maybe hopefully get a week home. Then it's off to Rockmart, Georgia. Should be exciting. We'll be staying at I think almost the best hotel around the site that I've seen was Econo Lodge, so it might be there. I don't know. But yeah, if you're in Rockmart, you know any good places to eat, anything like that, let me know. From what I've seen, it's like kind of like a lot of the little towns. You can have Mexican every night of the week and not eat the same restaurant twice. So that's always good. I like Mexican food. That's all good. Just trying to. This is where I kind of like, kill a little bit of time for anybody else wants to get up on the chat, say hello or anything. Hey, whoa. Speaking of which, I don't want to. Hello, Patricia Smith. Just had. I was like, wait a minute. I am on Facebook Live. Let me go over and say hello to those folks too, because they don't have like the OBS. It has the YouTube chat, but don't have the Facebook chat up. I think I can put it on there too, but I gotta go back and actually go to YouTube and see who's talking to me. But yeah, hello, Patricia Smith. Did you like Shindig in the dark? That did not sound right, did it? Okay. So last Saturday, I was at a show called, the promotion's called Southern Fried Championship Wrestling in Monroe, Georgia. Their big event of the year is Shindig. We get there. Now it starts storming, but everybody's staying in line, and a few people already in already. The lights were on, but then all of a sudden, boom, the lights flickered and went off. And the promoter, David Manders, he gave us an update. Mind you, no electricity, so we had to get everybody to kind of go shh. He had to scream at us saying, hey, talk to the power company, got a line down, they're going to put it up. And this was like a few minutes before 7 or almost at 7 o'clock. And he said, yeah, might be around 7:40 when it's up. Well, 7:40 comes. Well, I think they had a match. Came back after 7. I think it was around 8 o'clock at that time. The time timeline kind of fuzzy, but yeah, but anyway, everybody was there, and And Tormo came up there and said, hey, basically this way he said, I'm not saying quote for quote, but talk to the boys, say, look, we got fans out there, we're here, let's do it. So all the fans had their phones out, or some people had actually little pocket flashlights. Who didn't have pocket flashlights use their phones to kind of shoot the light in the ring, and wound up being a pretty good show, even though it was dark. But I should have. Remind me tomorrow night. I'll put some pictures. I took a couple pictures, not much, but it wasn't completely dark, but it was getting there by the main event. But still, a pretty good show. They pulled it off. So hats off to those people at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling for doing that. But it was one of those experiences that you'll definitely remember. Joe King, what's up? Listening, not home yet. All right. Well, don't be chatting in the YouTube comments and driving at the same time, because cops can say you're texting and driving at the same time, and that's not good. They'll give you a ticket. But yeah, Miss Patricia Smith, she was there. But yeah, all pretty good show. All right, go ahead and get this started here. Let me pull up my notes. Speaking of Georgia independence, I mentioned last week about a young man named Joey Lynch. He and his brother Matt actually they have a third brother too named Bane, I believe. They formed they call themselves Lynch Mob, of course. He was recently involved in a accident, and I'm just going to read verbatim here from a website. According to Joey Lynch's wife Morgan, Joey was driving his truck and pulled into the parking lot because he suspected a seizure was coming on, and ran into a parked semi-trailer. Joey suffered multiple serious injuries, including a broken pelvis, broken femur, damage to his heart and liver, and 2 brain bleeds that have stabilized. He's been in ICU since the accident. Today, Joey was placed in a medical-induced coma because his lungs were infected, too infected to undergo surgery on his pelvis. So they did set up his wife Morgan asked viewers of her Facebook video to keep Joey and the Lynch family in their prayers. A GoFundMe page has been set up by Joey's friend Preston Howard to assist Joey's road to recovery. Blood can be donated in support of Joey's transfusions, at all blood assurance locations. But we do have, I read this yesterday, some positive updates. His SP02 has improved to the mid-90s. If he continues to do well, he will have surgery on his broken pelvis, which will allow other serious medical issues to be addressed. Morgan Lynch said prayers were working and thanked the community for the incredible support being shown to Joey and their family. So, looks like he is on the road to recovery. Like I said, one of my favorite tag teams to watch, especially when they came through Anarchy Wrestling in Cornelia, Georgia. I seen him it was usually him and his brother Matt, mostly doing a tag team. A couple times, they had little 6-man tags with their other brother Bane, but so if you do want to donate, I am sharing the GoFundMe page in the comments here, or the link to the GoFundMe page is in the comments. So, like I said, if you folks want to donate, they pretty sure they'd be more than happy you did. And like I said, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And like I said, always good to see some good news, because man, that's, especially reading about it, man, that sounds bad. I mean, no car accident's good, but some are worse than others, especially when you read about them. All right. Like I said, we're in the parking lot eating. What the hell? About to leave now. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Yeah, what'd you guys have for dinner tonight? What did everybody have for dinner tonight? I had those frozen chicken patties you see in like Tyson chicken patties you see at the grocery store. I got a bag of those the other day. And I've been eating chicken sandwiches the last couple of days. Kind of, trying to make a little bit of money on this per diem thing. Can't fault me for that, right? Alright. So, in wrestling news today, the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, lands a weekly streaming slot on Roku. Let's see. Sorry. I'm on my laptop here, so I'm like making sure I make sure if I see everybody's comments and stuff like that. But anyway, the National Wrestling Alliance is set to make a major leap in visibility this summer as the promotion officially lands a streaming deal with one of the biggest digital platforms in North America. The move is expected to bring the NWA's weekly programming to a broader audience than ever before. The NWA issued the following. The National Wrestling Alliance strikes a deal with Roku. Deadline has broken the exclusive news that on Tuesday, July 29th, the NWA will begin airing on the Roku channel for free every Tuesday at 8 p.m. In the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It's the latest sports deal for Roku, which also airs MLB Sunday Leadoff, NBA G League, Formula E, Pro Volleyball Federation, and Bassmasters. When I purchased, Billy Corgan says, when I purchased the National Wrestling Alliance in 2017, it was understood that we were inheriting a history and legacy of the most story brand in all combat sports. So to announce today that we have now partnered with the #1 streaming platform in North America is indeed a moment to be proud of. I look forward to sharing new episodes of NWA Power with incredible audience that Roku brings. I have a Roku stick. We're thrilled to call Roku Channel the streaming home of the National Wrestling Alliance. And as Billy and his team continue to excite audiences, we look forward to tapping into the scale of our own platform to bring this historic and storied promotion to millions of viewers, added Joe Franzetta, head of sports, Roku Media. So, congratulations to those folks. I mean, yeah, Roku is you see Roku on people's TVs and stuff like that. Let's see here. I had to send somebody a link. I got the. Oh, won't talk to me. But anyway, so yeah, that's good news for them. I do believe they are supposed to have been on the CW, or at least the CW streaming network, but a certain angle they did on their pay-per-view didn't sit too well, I guess, with those people at CW. Then I guess they was looking for a new, or the WWE was looking for a new home for NXT, and the CW or the CW said, okay, we'll take it. We'll take NXT or NWA. So good for them. They found somewhere. I think they've been. Now, haven't they been on TikTok? I think for NWA Power. I gotta get rid of this phone. Okay, I'll throw it over there so I can't hear it buzz. But because I still say that pandemic, man, that really screwed up the NWA Power on, because I know they were filming in Atlanta at the GPBS studios, and was on Facebook, and the shows were good. Had Jim Cornette and I forgot the other guy's name doing commentary. Well, I'll tell Jim Cornette, I guess he made a joke that upset some people. Let's just say that. They brung in Wade Barrett after that, and then of course that COVID thing hit, and I mean they had Eli Drake, who's LA Knight. They had James Storm. Scott Steiner made an appearance. Ricky Starks was there. They were kind of giving him the big push. But Nick Aldis, he was a champion. Matt Cardone, I don't know. I think he might have came after the pandemic. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, that's another one of those situations that pandemic thing kind of really screwed up. I blame the pandemic. Now maybe on down the road, people would got signed and picked up and things like that, but I think, like I said, I haven't watched it in a while. I watched it like a year or so ago, and something about that presentation was kind of that seemed too good. Maybe one day I'll watch it again. Maybe the something about the entrance. They had the entrance. They had the wrestler come out. Then all of a sudden did the kind of like the John Morrison thing. Then they cut it off and introduced the next person. I mean, they didn't even go through the whole, like, it was kind of like how No Mercy was. They had some kind of little music. They showed them on the stage, and all of a sudden they were in the ring. That's how they kind of produced it. But it looked kind of tacky, if you ask me. All right. So maybe they got rid of that part and went with something else. All right. Talk about Money in the Bank. Anybody? Hello, Karen Poole. Oh, y'all went to Captain D's. I'm sorry. So sorry. I had Captain D's a few, I think about a month or so ago. Didn't sit well with me. Could be just my age too. Can't handle that food like I used to be able to handle it. But so everybody watch Money in the Bank. What did everybody think of Money in the Bank this year? Me personally, I mean, I even said my Money in the Bank recap video, which you can check out after this, of course. I thought it was better than Backlash, and yeah, I thought it was very good. Couple little surprises. I think, well, except for, of course, the Dominic Octagon Junior match, I think, because they didn't come out till Saturday, and I gave my predictions on Thursday. But I think I did 100%. I think I got them all right as far as what I predicted. But let's talk about it. So the first match was the ladies Money in the Bank match, featuring Alexa Bliss, Julia, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vancouver, and the winner of the ladder match was Naomi. Good to see her. I mean, she came out and got a pretty good pop, I thought. Let's see. I think she was the second biggest pop behind Rhea Ripley. But during the match, I think when Alexa Bliss went up, she got good reaction. Rhea, of course. Naomi. And of course, when Naomi won it, she got a really good reaction from the crowd. So, like I mentioned last week, I'm glad, hopefully, if they, I guess, I don't know how they could say they punished her or anything like that, but, or say, okay, you're coming back, but guess what? We're not going to push you straight to the moon or anything. We're just going to slow build you. Oh, then they figured out, so, oh, we got this Jade Cargill. We want you to turn heel on her. We're going to do this angle where she gets attacked, and you're going to be the one who did it, and you did it for the Bianca. But yeah, everybody's digging the heel. Enter with caution type deal. Naomi. It was a pretty good match too. I wouldn't say it was the best out of the two ladder matches. Okay, yeah, except for the Logan eating a pin. But I guess the winner's right. Gotta give me that part of it. Because I figured that's why he was there, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Naomi gets a briefcase now. I guess it's a matter of when she's going to cash it in on, I believe, Tiffany. Or is she going to jump ship to Raw, or trying to cash in on the WWF Women's World Champion, Io Sky? Could be interesting. Speaking of, not speaking of Io Sky, but her former Damage Control mate, Asuka, she's coming back on Monday. Coming back this Monday, which is be cool. She's going to be in that Queen of the Ring tournament. But yeah, looks like they're going to have, I guess, Rhea go up against Raquel Rodriguez in a little feud, which is good. I mean, you don't have to keep the belt on her the whole time. I think she's plenty enough over without the belt, but you can always, come back and put it on her whenever. Let's see. Telling you, Triple H was gushing over Paul at the after show. Yeah, I didn't watch the after show. Heck, I didn't even watch Money in the Bank till Sunday, late Sunday. But so And that, I mean, to be honest, I never see any of those after shows. It's like, okay, show's over. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're interesting and all that, but I'm good. watch the show and go on. But yeah, the next match, again, this was set up, I think, that day or Friday night, whenever when Worlds Collide show. Yeah, it was on Saturday. Dominic Mysterio putting his Intercontinental title on the line against Octagon Jr. He would win this match. Octagon got distracted by Liv Morgan. Like I said, who wouldn't? And Dominic grabbed that opportunity and got the 619 Frog Splash 1, 2, 3. He's still your Intercontinental Champion. And see, this is what I mean by match times. The time on this, this did not need to be a long match. A lot of the American fans, I don't think, are that familiar with. Okay, at least not that familiar with this Octagon Jr. I think this is like the third or fourth Octagon Jr. I think Kalito was one, a member of the Lucha Party. I think he was an Octagon Jr. at one time. I forgot the other ones. But, because, yeah, mentioning Octagon Jr., I'm like, good gosh, he's been wrestling for a while now. Then I looked up, I was like, well, the name's been wrestling for a while, but it's been shared at least 3 or 4 times. But like I said, Dominic wins this one. As a good, like I said, short match. Didn't need to be a long match. Now, yes, I'll make fun of AEW. If this was on AEW, this has been a 20-minute match that did not need to be a 20-minute match. Dominic, yes, he's improved, but is he ready to be in a 20-minute, 25-minute solo match, one-on-one match at this point? No. Did that person have to be Octagon Jr.? No. Short, sweet, Octagon got the early shine, got the display some of the moves he can do. Then Dominic, took over, got a little heat on him. Octagon got a comeback. Then he got distracted by Liv Morgan, and that was all she wrote. Nice, well, somewhat clean pinfall. No foreign objects, just a little distraction from Liv Morgan, but all right, next up we had the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch wound up defeating Lyra Valkyria. Lyra went for a victory roll, then Becky Lynch reversed it, had a handful of panties there, and ref didn't see it. Count of 1, 2, 3. Your new Women's Intercontinental Champion is Becky Lynch. A decent match here. Let's see how. I think this was 15 minutes, but you didn't feel it that much. But yeah, since Valkyria lost the match, she was forced to raise the hand Becky Lynch, and she did. But Becky wasn't satisfied with that. Said, "No, you gotta go on all 4 sides and raise my hand." Lyra really didn't want to, but she's like, "Fine, I'll do it." Did it. Of course, Becky wasn't satisfied with that. Said, "No, put the belt around my waist," and like a good little loser, or whatever you want to call it. So Lyra did, then proceeded to give her a German suplex and that Nightwing finisher, which looks pretty cool, by the way. Who else used that move I seen? I think it was Azrael. Lost Boys, Azrael from NWA Wildside Anarchy. I think somebody else used it before he did too. I can't remember. But yeah, either way, cool move. Gave let Valkyrie kind of shine a little bit, even though she did lose. Now on Raw, Becky Lynch wasn't happy of what Lyra did and called Lyra out. Lyra came out. She was all kind of puffy, kind of mad, ready to throw hands, but we had Bayley returning. Bayley came in and gave a sneak attack on Becky Lynch, made her run up to the fans, run up the aisle. So it looks like we might have Becky Lynch and Bayley at Clash of what do they call it? Night of Champions. I was about to call it Clash of Champions. Night of Champions. Oops. All right, this brings us to the men's Money Debate match. This one ran a good bit, 33 minutes, 35 seconds. And I'll say, hey, Penta, Seth Rollins might have won that match, but Penta had a good showing in this match. He had some highlight reel type moments and took a lot of stuff too. And I won't forget the most entertaining part of this match was not El Grande Americana. It was Solo Sikoa. That dude is entertaining as hell. He kind of mocked LA Knight, Penta, and Andrade. But yeah, it had Seth Rollins, Andrade, El Grande Americano, LA Knight, Penta, and Solo Sikoa. Seth Rollins won. His boys came out, took out everybody except for Solo. Solo's like, hey, I got my own boys. Jeff Cobb and Jacob Fatu. Sorry, I forgot what they're calling Jeff Cobb now. JC Melito, something like that. But they came out and basically Braun Breaker and took out himself and Jeff Cobb. Jacob Fatu took out Bronson Reed and had that ladder set up for Solo. But I guess he got tired of Solo's crap and said, look, I hate you now. Pulled him down, super kicked him, gave him that triple jump moonsault, and then that spinning Solo suplex on the ladder, then just walked off. And they gave Seth Rollins the opportunity to go up. LA Knight made a last pitch effort to beat the one who gets that Money in the Bank, but Seth Rollins regrouped, gave him the curb stomp, and climbed up that ladder. And now he is the Money in the Bank winner for 2025. Kind of seen this, and now they kind of look like on Raw they was teasing maybe he would try to cash in on whoever won between CM Punk and John Cena come Night of Champions. And I was kind of wrong about two things. Was wrong about, well, at least halfway wrong, sort of. But let's just say he hasn't cashed in yet. But I'm pretty sure it will be soon. Yeah, dude, Braun's good, dude. I've said it a few times. I think we're gonna see some Jacob Fatu Braun Breaker matches. Like they'll be going after like a major like probably the world or the undisputed championship one of these days. Might be another year or two, but I think that those two guys are going to. I think those guys are going to be printing money. Like I said, my prediction, my belief, my opinion. But because man, Breaker's his cousin just signed a next in line NIL deal with the WWE. Scott Steiner's son, I forgot his name, but he just recently signed a next in line deal with the WWE. All right, just making sure I don't. Sorry. Just checking out everything on the Facebook side here. But yeah, Breaker's a man. Let's just say that. And like I say, you got his cousin Scott Steiner's kid coming in, and seeing pictures of him, he seems like he looks like a big boy too. Not Scott Steiner big when he was really jacked to the gills, but believe me, pretty jacked enough. Let's just say that. I wonder if they're going to give him a stupid name too. Ew. Either way. Anyway, this does bring us to the main event. It was Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Good match. They worked on Jey Uso a lot. Logan Paul did that moonsault from the ring to the table on the Jey Uso, breaking the commentator's table, hurting Jey Uso's ribs some more. But then we got a big surprise. Some mystery guy in a black hoodie and a black mask came in and speared John Cena. Started beating the hell out of him. Sorry, I can't think of another snazzy word for it. Pulled the hood down, pulled the face mask off, and it was R-Truth. R-Truth went taking the belt, hit John Cena. Cody came in, hit the crossroads, and pinned John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I thought maybe it probably would. Not really surprising that he let Cody and John Cena decide a pinfall, but I figured, hey, let's come on, let Jey Uso shine a little bit. It could be his last night as world champion. Get to that here in a minute too, but yeah, like I said, yeah, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, yeah, future main eventers, man. They gonna print some money. And so far, right now, it looks like, I don't know, crowd loves both those guys. Maybe Jacob Fatu a little bit more. God, and supposedly, I read right before I was about to start this, apparently another stepbrother of Tama or Ming. Or yeah, Bing. God, how many stepsons does he have? Or not stepsons, but yeah, no. Basically, another Samoan's about to come in and be a part of the bloodline. But since I guess replace Jacob. But man, people do dig Jacob Fatu though. He got a pretty good pop at WrestleMania when he won the United States Championship. But yeah, speaking of R-Truth, yes, R-Truth is back. As we mentioned before, he made his appearance at the Money in the Bank and wrapped the Becky Lynch Bailey angle. R-Truth jumped onto the announcer's desk, dressed in black and a hoodie, revealed himself, tells the fans that never believe that their voice doesn't matter because he's back because of the fans. Truth says he's back for himself as well as for everyone else. He says we all love R-Truth, but Truth can be funny all the time or too nice or too forgiving, but not him. He said he feels different. He feels alive. He said he's not a sideshow act or a gimmick like John Cena said earlier. Truth grabs some scissors, cuts off his dreads, and says, R-Truth, the truth has set him free, and he is Ron Killings. He is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And he demands that y'all put some respect in his name. So, fans dug that, ate that up. Probably one last little run for him. And I think, so they brought him back. And yeah, Ron Killings is his real name. Called himself, Ron the Truth Killings and TNA. Said that whole line, let the truth, I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let the truth set you free. But and what's great with BG James, Road Dogg, and Conan as 3 Live Crew in TNA. Probably one of the most entertaining parts of TNA at the time. Legit entertaining, not just stupid just to be stupid, but legitimately entertaining. But part of it was, I guess for his new deal, use his real name. That way, at the end of that deal, I guess, and he, parts ways, he can still use his real name when he does the future contract signings, maybe, or appearances. Former WWE star Ron, unlike like John Moxley was Dean Ambrose here. I know it's a bad example, but John Moxley was Dean Ambrose. But once John Moxley left WWE, he had to go back to John Moxley, and was able to use the name that kind of made him famous. I mean, he's doing okay as John Moxley, but yeah, that was cool. Cool little angle there. Not sure where, maybe a darker side, more serious side to R-Truth, Ron Killings. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of judging there. He probably needs his visit the same barber I do anyway. Or go on Amazon and get those same clippers I do. I got these little electric razor. Less than 5 minutes from the time I get ready to cut it on to being finished shaving it and cleaning it up. 5 minutes, if that. But yeah, like I said, I did not see the after show. Him gushing over Paul, not really surprising. I mean, like I said last week, if Logan Paul wasn't a social media star or whatever, and he would just came, straight up be a wrestler or whatever, I think he'd be the biggest heel in wrestling right now, not Seth Rollins. He'd probably be one of the biggest heels without Paul Heyman, if it wasn't for everybody kind of ick on him because he's fucking Logan Paul. but probably got who would probably get so much over as a heel, be probably the top heel, that when you did switch him, he'd be immediately the top babyface. That's if it was just a straight up wrestler, not, like I said, social media celebrity or whatever. Because he just sounds like it. I mean, let's be real. If I look like that, I'd be an arrogant prick too. I'm just a prick. Just kidding. But seriously, some people think I'm a prick. Not everybody. Some people do. But yeah, I did kind of mention Night of Champ or Money in the Bank was the last night that Jey Uso was the world champion. Gunther wound up defeating Jey Uso Monday night, the main event on Raw. Decent match. I mean, it kind of, they kind of did really build up that Jey Uso's been kind of all over the place. And he did hurt his ribs. And when he did a crossbody block, he was started selling ribs. Gunther, being the ring general that he is, exposed those ribs, tore the bandages off, old school heel style. Kicked him, stomped him. Then came where Jey Uso hit his second spear and was going for that Uso splash again, but it got nothing but mat. And then that's when Gunther put that sleeper on him. Uso didn't tap out. He passed out. And gosh, I know I harp on this too much. AEW does this too. I cannot stand it. Does a one arm flop and calls it. It's like, no. He's in a sleeper hole. You raise your arm 3 times. If it falls on that 3rd time, then yes, match is over with. But if he doesn't, match keeps going. The drama continues. But no, they just use the one arm thing, say they're out, and well, let's see. Well, Ron, you'll never hear me defend that fat tattoo dishing again. Oh, you're talking about I just had read the article too before I started this. Brody King. Is that who you're talking about? But yeah, I sat there and watched all of Raw, watched the main event. I thought, okay, here he goes. He's won it. His back is turned. He's all happy. Okay, they're starting with the credits, but then, of course, no cash in from Seth Rollins. Yeah, I was, like I said, that because usually I have a look at a 10-minute countdown to my little intro. How y'all like my new little intro? Well, not my enhanced intro, somewhat. Well, I use the different TV and movie clips. Let me know what y'all feel about that. But yeah, so, I think the first thing I seen, I forgot what Facebook. But anyway, I was looking on Facebook, of course, and I seen where Brody King's like, here's Brody King's take on what's happening in LA. And I was like, I already know what his take is. I don't even need to read it. But I'll look at the comments. See, sometimes you just read the comments. But yeah, I just like I said, I do not like his opinion. Like he did do. I mean, like I said, I don't really like talking about politics and stuff. And I think I did say this before. It's like, I mean, Brody, he's a big boy. I don't think anybody would, anybody with 2 cent brain would want to step up to him. But with that being said, he doesn't like police officers so much and stuff like that. And they think they'd be, because I think it was like an Instagram, whatever. I forgot even what it was. It was that Hell in a Cell match where it was Taker versus Big Boss Man, and they had, they had Big Boss Man hanging from top of the cage, and I think he put, this is what every cop should be, or something like that, or this is a good cop, or some stupid like that. And I'm like, you're a big boy, you don't like cops, then every night on shows you're at, AEW anyway, park somewhere where you don't need to have police escorts or police to block traffic for you to get out and go home or go to a hotel. Security, don't ask cops for no security. Like I say, you're a big boy, you can take care of yourself. If you're going to go out like that, if that's your opinion on cops, then go straight forward. Now, generally, I mean, like, oh gosh, I hate talking about this stuff on here, but for the longest time, there's until I think past 20 years, there's really 2 people who hated cops. Criminals, career criminals, like multiple arrests, times in jail, times in prison, stuff like that. They hated cops. Then there was, you just got a ticket. And usually that kind of went away after a couple weeks after you paid for the ticket. Except for that one ticket I got in Baldwin, Georgia, and I'm still not over that shit. Fuck Baldwin Police Department. There, I said it. But I don't think they should die. Now, if I know I was in trouble in Baldwin, Georgia, I'd probably call the Baldwin. But yeah. But you get a ticket, you don't like cops for a while. It's like, oh, go get some real criminal. And that's usually, or used to be, what a lot of people would say is like, you gave me a ticket for this. Why don't you go get some real criminals? But you go pay your ticket, or you somehow get out of the ticket. Either way, you kind of get over it. Or you get pulled over again, and that cop gives you it's cool, gives you a warning, stuff like that. Just go about your day. Or you get an offender bender in it. It wasn't your fault, so the cop like, hey, do you need a record and all that good shit. Here's the police report, or when the police report's ready, call this number, come pick it up, whatever. But yeah, I guess he thinks he does, which shit. You made me go here, didn't you? Okay. Here's the deal. The media likes calling them all undocumented immigrants, right? But a lot of these, okay, when you mean undocumented, that means you're here on a visa or something like that. So those fines he was talking about are for the ones who, hopefully I'm right about this. I think I'm right about this one. basically, if your visa overlaps, your work visa overlaps, okay, you probably have to pay a fine, get it, prove you did have a visa at one time, get it, kind of like your insurance, get it renewed, then you're okay. You pay your little fine and move on. Or you get pulled over, you don't have your green card, they'll look it up. Oh, you do got a green card? Okay, fine. Replace it. But a lot of these undocumented people who are coming in, they're undocumented because they didn't ever to go get documents. That's the problem. I don't think any person, normal people, they have no problem with people doing things legally. Legally. It's the illegal part. You know, there's a difference between legal and illegal. Like, if you go in the store, buy a pair of britches, or pick up a pair of britches, go to the cash register, pay for them, they give you a receipt, you walk out, that's legally. You have a receipt, a document say you bought those britches legally. Now, if you go into the store, pick up a pair of britches, or walk out with them without paying for them, that's illegal. And here, here's my thing. It's like, okay, if somebody comes into your home, okay, if you're saying, if you're on the illegal immigrant side of this, it's like, okay, if somebody breaks in your home, or somebody comes in your home that you don't know, without your permission, then hey, fine, let that person stay. Be that person, clothe that person, let that person stay for free. Then don't call the cops, because you know that person who came in your home without permission, that person might have a family, and you don't want to drag that person away from their family, do you? Because they didn't have your permission. Does this make sense? Am I making sense to this? But yeah, I always say this about Brody Lee. It's like, or Brody King. I think he's a talented big dude in the ring. Man, if a Bill Watts or Ole Anderson was a booker now, or had their own company, he would be a top star. Because, you know, Brody King is the kind of guy they liked. Big physical mother effer. But I don't know. Like I said, that's his opinion. And that, you know, that's my opinion too, I guess. Like I said, I'm in the construction business. I know a few years ago, I think Georgia and a few other states were really trying to crack down on companies, construction companies, especially grading companies, concrete companies, and all that. We're really cracking down on, you know, home builders, things of that sort. Kind of cracking down. It's like, okay, if we find out you have undocumented immigrants here, illegals, then not only do they get in trouble, you get in trouble too. And it took a few, you don't see a lot of it. Yeah, you do see a lot of, you know, Mexicans, Venezuelans, you know, anybody from the, you know, Latin community, or Latin countries, you know, here. The ones probably about 20 years younger than me, who's probably been here a little bit or came here when they were adults, their English is probably still not great, but you get by. Some of them have great English, of course, but and usually the ones that have great English, they become supervisors and stuff like that. But I mean, what was it? This was in South Carolina when I was in Duncan, South Carolina. We made a joke. Now usually I had to take pictures of what's kind of going on, progress pictures. There's a bad spot. It's like, okay, here's a bad spot. Here's us taking it out. Here's us replacing it. Or when they're like, I think this particular day they were put pipe in, and I was making sure, they're putting that seal on it. Document they putting the seal on it, and document they were blocking, grouting the hole areas. But I was sitting there taking pictures, and one of the Mexicans kind of did a pose or something like that. He's like, "Amigo, do you see my pose? Do you see my pose?" No, I must have cut it. Let's do it again. So I took a picture again. So then they all kind of pose like, yeah. And it's like, all right, cool. And this was 2 weeks after Trump got elected. So I said, all right, let's see. That's a good picture here. Okay. Let's see. Immigrate, ICE. Donald. Okay. Yeah. Should I call Donald directly or just straight to ICE? And they knew I was kidding. But they're like, no. You can call him all day. We got it. See, I got my card. He reached in his pocket, pulled the card out. So yeah, we all got our cards. Go call all day long. But I knew they were joking. Well, they were not joking. They had their real cards, but they knew I was kidding and stuff like that. And no harm, no foul. Kind of when you're out there in the field and stuff like that, it's always cool to it's cool to kind of just, especially the way the world works sometimes. This is sometimes like, come on, we're out here, we're working together, we all get, for the most part, all get along, and we can joke around with each other because this is the way the world should work. But you turn on the media and they want to make it like everybody's out to cut each other's throats. Joking. I had no problem with them. We used to whenever we painted, put up fences or whatever. Damn, that sounds bad, Joe. They always done us right. Problem is all this stupid shit going on. Yeah, it's. See, I hate to be one of those conspiracy theorists, but when there's pictures kind of proving that, there was this another YouTube channel, Nerdrotic. He usually does like pop culture stuff, but he pointed it out. Well, he's from California, and he's like, LA, it either burns naturally because he explained why they get so much wildfires there. I can't do it right now. I have to go back and watch it and get the wording right, but he does explain, why California gets so many wildfires. It's like in LA, it's gonna, that stuff's gonna happen every 5 or 10 years. But he mentioned it, and I think a few other people mentioned it. Like, I know some of you kids, they don't know the Rodney King riots. When that happened, that was organically. This, it's not so organically. And I think the 2020 riots, they weren't so organic either. You know, you just, you know, what's a pallet full of bricks down there? You know, yeah, they got used, all right. And while all these people being bussed in, and before anybody says it, I've had one Facebook under my personal Facebook page. I had one Facebook post get taken down, and that Facebook post was from January 6th of 2021, where I put up the article. I said, "This ain't right." I forgot the exact words, but I pretty much said, "This ain't right. This makes you no better than the BLM Antifa rioters, losing all kinds of." That's basically what I said. It got taken down. Like, even when you do the this on this day a few years ago, I cannot find it. I go back to look at everything. Like, if I scroll through everything, it's gone. That's the only Facebook post I ever put up that was taken down. And I didn't even realize it till maybe a year later. But, and yes, I did not agree with the whole January 6th thing. You know, go out, protest, hold your little sign up. Fine. Don't block traffic. Don't beat up old people. Don't burn down buildings. Don't damage everybody's property. But I will say, it's like, you know, if anything the January 6th taught us is like, hey, if you're stuck in between a door and a window trying to crawl over, what's her name? Ashley Babbitt? Did I get that name right? If that case taught us everything, it's like, hey, if you gotta do it, do it. And we're sitting here supposed to be talking about wrestling, and we're talking about real world shit. We want to sit here and we talk about real world shit. If people that want to be talking about real world shit, invite me on your channel, and we'll talk about real world shit. Or I have my own YouTube channel saying RP real world shit. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that, you know, that's Brody King's opinion. I mean, maybe he should be one of these people that, you know, like I said, if I was a burglar and I'm breaking into Brody King's house and see this big tattooed fucker sitting there, I'm like, oh fuck, I think I broke into the wrong fucking house. But if he's got the mindset that he does, then fine. Let him come in. Let that person come in, hang out. Don't call the cops on that person, because that person might have a family. Don't want to take that person away from the family. Make sure you house them. Make them feel comfy. Feed them. Give them a debit card. Give them a phone. And do whatever. Remember back in the day, we always thought I mean, okay, I'm old. I grew, you know, I was born in '76, so 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. And remember the Molly Crew videos and the little documentaries that talk about how LA is so fucking cool, and how you had Hollywood, California. All the rich actors and actresses were from California, lived in California. Hell, one of our greatest presidents was from California. And you thought, man, California would be so cool. I want to go to California. I want to go party in LA. I want to go to the whiskey in LA, California. Los Angeles, California. Was it the whiskey and the rainbow or something like that? Which one did River Phoenix pass away at? The Rainbow? Anyway, you had all those bands start out in LA. Even Poison, who were from Pennsylvania, moved to LA to get big. Now you think California, like, oh gosh. Yeah, in your mind, you was probably, like when I was a teenager, preteen, teenager, it's like, yeah, I want to move to California, live in California, be a rock star. Now it's like you see. Don't get me wrong. There was some crazy stuff going on in California. Even before this. You had people like Charles Manson running around and Richard Ramirez running around. But still, you had, like I said, all the LA bands and heck, even the metal acts from, oh, the Viper Pit. Yeah, okay, that's it, the Viper Pit, not the Rainbow. Yeah. He had Metallica from California. So it's like, fuck yeah, I want to move there. Not no more. If I was rich, I don't think I want to live there. There's a reason why they have rich people and homeless people, and they have rich people and poor people. They don't have anything in the middle. If you are in the middle, you're probably your family's having to live with another middle class family. Because okay, now chat comments, yeah, the Viper Room. Chat here on YouTube, the comments. This is just what I heard. Feel free to correct me or correct that person who told me this. But supposedly there was an article where the city of San Francisco will pay you $125,000 a year, basically be a pooper scooper for the homeless. Clean the poop clean the poop and the drugs from the streets, and they'll pay you $125,000 a year. The thing is, even at $125,000 a year, you cannot afford to live in San Francisco. So that's, because they tax the crap out of you there. Then you got the federal taxes. But yeah, hell, it was, what was it? Last week I was traveling home, and I also some Molly Crew, and that thought like hit my mind. It's like, crap. Remember when we all thought California was cool? And I was like, no, no, not today, not today. Not ever. Now I'm thinking it's like, if I move to another state, it's going to be Texas. I'd move to Texas. No income, no state income taxes in Texas. Yeah, I think they have tornado season or whatever, but mean, Florida, they don't have state income taxes either, but they had hurricanes, and I don't have a beach body, and I can't swim anyway. So, I mean, I would like to fish, but I don't think I'd buy me a ocean style boat. I don't even know about boats. Yeah. I think, was it Tennessee? It's also no state income taxes. Tennessee wouldn't be bad. But you have Nashville there. Not that, well, I mean, I guess Texas, they'll have. I guess country music places. I don't know. But it's not like Nashville. Nashville. Actually, Nashville is well, the time I visited Nashville, it was pretty cool. Not a bad restaurant whatsoever. Or, I mean, you have your chains there, but all the non-chains we went to, me and the girl I was dating at the time when we went to Nashville, was not bad. I mean, we went to like a cafeteria style restaurant, and that food was excellent. Like, not a bad place to eat as far as non-chain places. Of course, this was probably 14, 15 years ago too. But yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap me up for this evening. I gotta start getting my stuff packed up, get ready to go home, or pack up, go to work, then go home tomorrow. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry about the real world bullshit. I try to get away from that, but don't blame me, blame Joe. Go in the comments, say, Joe, you asshole. We don't listen to this fucker talking about real world shit. But yeah, other than that, come back tomorrow night for Wrestling Gold Friday night. Well, we're not talking about real world shit. We're talking about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling and wrestling was real. Because damn it, it's still real to us. And I got a new intro for that too. I got a whole new intro for that. I think it takes like 20 minutes. Just kidding. But now it's like, fuck. Joe King's like, my bad. Man, I need to learn how to do those clip things. Could have our truth, clip. My bad, y'all. Dude, serious or a serious heel, serious babyface, comedic talent, man. Ron Killings can do it all. Yeah, you talking about wrestling? Oh yeah, bro. I guess yeah. Hey, he's gonna be in Mexico next Wednesday for that whatever the hell they call it. Sorry for my lack of Dynamite recaps, folks. I had to get up a little early. I had to get up a little early this morning, and it's a school night. It's Thursday. It's a school, or it's Wednesday. It's a school night. I don't want to, stay up to midnight or probably past midnight because they don't know how to format well to fit with the time schedule. So I haven't watched half of Dynamite. I know I didn't have to, but I'm still gonna blame you. I don't need to blame you either, but I'm still gonna blame you. Isn't that part of the job of being a YouTube person? Somebody says something in the chat or something like that, and it's my part to elaborate and talk more in depth about it. Right, chat, right. Comments on the Facebook. uh, it's all good. I don't think I say anything too controversial. I don't think I'm still on. I'm still on, so they ain't keep me off of here yet. Maybe if I do become a bigger YouTuber or whatever, somebody come back, they'll dig this up and be like, oh, see, he's evil. He's evil. He wants to separate people from their families. He's evil. Oh no, that's too southern. Like, he's like one of those, like MAGA motherfuckers. He's a white ringer. Like, oh my god. Or no, yeah, they'll probably just call me racist or something like that. Because I had to explain the difference between legal and illegal to some. I'm pretty sure whoever calls me a racist on here has probably got some, 4-year bachelor's degree. I got my community college. And you should feel stupid because I just had to explain the difference between legal and illegal to you in the form of using the word britches. Man, mate, I need to go. Hey, if anybody knows how to clip stuff, let me know. Clip the part where I had to explain it. Yeah, that should be hilarious. Clip the part where I had to explain the difference between legal and illegal using the word britches. Talking about how to buy britches. That'd piss them off. Oh my god, what's fucking britches? Anyway, again, that does it for me tonight. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody in the YouTube comments. Also, everybody who watched me on YouTube. Everybody watching me on Facebook. Appreciate you all. Like I said, like I said, tomorrow's Wrestling Gold Friday night. I'm going to try to find that WWA promotion because it's nothing big that happened there, but just trying to find something from there. I haven't watched anything from there, but I guess I have mentioned it plenty of times on here, so I really haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the watch along. Don't want to think, went to the 90s last week. Maybe I'll look to see what happened in the 80s and trying to get, a nice little timeline. Get it in sync, Bye. Oh, just kidding. Did they say that? Was that in sync or Backstreet Boys? Bye. Anyway, speaking of bye. You folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.